Sir, can I start the session or can we wait for 5 minutes? Roy sir and Prasad sir.
Sir, no issue, sir. We are waiting, sir.
Wait, okay. I mean, only 48 participants, at least we can make.
Sir, Mahesh sir, can we start this session, sir?
Yes, sir. Sir, still only 48 participants, sir. Can we wait for another 10 minutes or?
Good morning, sir.
Only 48.
Good morning, sir.
పిల్లలతో సెకండ్ ఇయర్ పిల్లలతో ఏమైనా ఫ్యాకల్టీ మాట్లాడినారా సిలబస్ అయిపోయింది
మనం పాస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఏం లేదమ్మా, మీరు ఈ వీక్ లాస్ట్ వీక్ కానీ ఆ ముందు వీక్ కానీ ఎప్పుడన్నా పిల్లలతో మాట్లాడింటే ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్లో కానీ ఏదైనా డిస్కషన్ కానీ ఆ డేట్ ఒకటి నాకు కలెక్ట్ చేసి ఇవ్వాలి అందరికీ. సబ్మిట్ చేయమన్నారు. కనుక్కోండి చెప్తే ఏమంటే ఈ వీక్లో ఇద్దరు మాట్లాడినట్టు, ఆ ముందు వీక్లో లేదంటే పిల్లలకి కనుక్కోండి ఎవరు ఫోన్ చేసినా సబ్జెక్ట్ గురించి discussion వాళ్ళే చెప్తారు. తొందరగా
So I request everybody be on mute. So hope everybody can hear my voice, and just watch it here. Today's topic is something called what are the software tools which are available for UiPath. So hope everybody is really comfortable with yesterday's session. And today we are moving on to learn about what are the tools available and how are the things we are going to proceed. So there is no disturbance in the classroom. I hope so. So we'll proceed with the session, right? So is there any discomfort in terms of like hearing my voice or the same screen? You can report me on the chat box. You can report me on the chat box. Thank you. So yesterday we have saw something called what is meant by an UiPath and what is meant by RPA and how the things gonna happen inside the world and everything. So today's topic is what are the different types of softwares which are available inside RPA. So these are the three different softwares. So people talk about that is the someone thing called like Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, and UiPath. So let me take you to the differences. What exactly is Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, and the UiPath? So let me take you to a different browser. So this is UiPath, and I'm trying to compare with Automation Anywhere, and the third one is something called Blue Prism. So these are the three different tools which are mostly used in today's environment. So when you try to compare these three things, like Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism was one of the toppest technologies which was running across the world right now. But UiPath, on the other hand, is on less coding and most comfortable programming language, which can make you much more faster to work on the content. So that is the things we're going to consider today. So watch it here. So these are the three different softwares which are available: Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, and UiPath. So all the three different softwares which try to serve your RPA. Now let us check on the differences. And the Blue Prism is mostly on the licensed part, and Automation Anywhere is like both licensed and community edition. And UiPath you can download it for free, and also you can buy as well in terms of like software edition. And the second difference is the Blue Prism works with a pure programming language called C#, and Microsoft is where the Automation Anywhere is going to work, the .NET framework. And the third one is something called the UiPath, where we're trying to work with Microsoft SharePoint, that is called documentation analysis, Kibana, and Elasticsearch. So these are the three different things we're going to work on top of your UiPath, so which is running on the background, so you don't need to worry about a typical programming here. And the third one is something called, hope everybody can hear, right? Any issues with my voice or anything, please try to report. So the third thing is something called Blue Prism is something, people are going to talk about like master and slave architecture. So we do know about something called master and slave architecture. There will be multiple slaves, and the master is the one who is going to control it. So the Blue Prism is the same kind of thing, where the master and slave architecture is going to work, and followed by the Automation Anywhere. But here in the UiPath, you're trying to watch something called orchestrator. So something called, yesterday I've already gave a quick introduction regarding the orchestrator. So orchestrator is the biggest concept in the entire session of day 5, like till day 5. This is the biggest one you need to listen to. The orchestrator is something called planning all the robots to work on one particular music. So, what is an orchestra? People talk about orchestra. Is all about like all the musicians are going to come in one planar scale and try to play that music. So the same thing going to happen in orchestrator. So here master and slave, here orchestra. So this is something different. And when you try to move on to the process design, so what exactly is the process design where people are going to talk about here? It is very easy. It is very easy to work with automation anywhere on the Blue Prism based on the scripts. I mean programming languages. But here in the UI path, you just drag and drop the functionalities and you can start working by itself. And it is a very easiest way. There is no coding involved. And when you try to see it here, it is, you can see the hashtags, right? So you can see the HTML kind of, introductions here. So you always need something called scripting based languages to run these two particular programming languages. But here in the UI part, you don't need any coding for sure. So you can control everything, the accessibility, you can either control from your mobile phone and everything. It's like application based control. But here in UI path, you can do the same thing with mobile and browser capability.
They learn through picking up experiences, projects and assignments. They're not scared of failure. They're not scared of making mistakes. But only way you can learn in the real world by making mistakes. Skills that we believe are important for L&D practitioners, which I believe would be important for academicians, professionals, associate professors, teachers.
Everybody please be on mute. That will be one comfortable thing for me to handle from here. Please be on mute. Guest number 666. Please be on mute. Yeah. So it's a mobile and browser accessibility. So where you can do the programming from your mobile and everything. So here you need to have an application. So only in application through an app itself you can do this. But here in UI part, you don't need a specific app. You can go into the browser and you can do from anywhere. So this is one easiest and comfortable environment. When you try to see it here, when you try to see it here, libraries. So when you try to see the libraries are meant to be used again and again. So once you set up a library and again you can keep on using. So all the three are going to be used in the same particular manner. And let me finish all this stuff so quickly so that we can do some programming, so that you can do some exercises, so that you can understand what's happening inside the program. And there is something called recording. So recordings are pretty important because you are trying to train your robot by recording by itself. Now you can try. Hello. There is some disturbance coming in. Okay. So there are few recordings available. So here, like Automation Anywhere and UiPath is going to work on the recorders. So what is meant by recorder actually? When you go to the robot, you ask it to record your daily activities. So whenever you are doing your daily activities, the robot is going to record everything, and it is going to do the same thing from tomorrow onwards. So the recorders need to be really available. So in the Automation Anywhere and UiPath, the recorders are available. I'll show you like just a minute, like lesser than a minute. I'm going to show you how the recorders are going to work. And look at the robots, where the robots are exactly going to work. Robotic process automation, where the robots are exactly going to work. In Blue Prism, the robotics are purely used in the background office. Background office is somewhere the logic is going to build, the programming is going to be done, and everything will be working on the back office. But in the Automation Anywhere, both front office and back office can be worked out. And also in the UI path, you can do the background logic, you can do the front office, the receptionist kind of thing. So wherever you need, the robots can be worked in these two content with both back office and front office. But in the Blue Prism, they're going to work only on the logic. And of course, because of the programming language, this is so much faster because of the programming language. But here, there is some bit of like you are going to get like nearest to results because you're partially using programming. But here, you always need a manual interpretation at some particular point of your programming. So at some particular point, you just need a manual interpretation to start working on the content. So this is a quick introduction for Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, and UiPath. With these three kind of tools, you can process RPA. You can work on RPA. You can do RPA. Now let us see about like what exactly the the RPA jobs are really working on. Average salary in India. So you can now see this is the RPA developer who is going to get the salaries in India. So around 6.5 is an average salary between 1 to 3 years of experience at an average of like $155,000, followed by the 3 years guy who's going to get like around 12 lakhs per annum. So that will be a nearest salary. And if you're trying to talk about like 5 years of experience or something, so you obviously going to get around like 15 lakhs of salary per year. So this is happening across from the results of November 2019 before the COVID-19. And now the salaries have been much more increased on RPA because of this COVID-19. None of the employees are actually going to the offices. So they were trying to work from the home and they're trying to make the process much more faster through the robotic process automation. The salaries has been bit raised from the latest hearings of the software industry. So this might be the results which we are talking about from the last dated on November 2nd, 2019. Now things got changed and we are going to be experiencing much more biggest salaries in the upcoming few months because when you go to the bank right now, so only the manager is going to work and rest of all the clerks will be automated with an RPA. So imagine that would be a situation going to happen so soon because of these kind of situations where the people can't go to the office and everything. So the robots need to take care of the responsibility. So which they can work for almost 24 hours per day without any accessibilities or accuracy or issues or no stress issues or something. So robots can do a better job for almost 24 hours. So this is going to happen soon and we're going to experience that. With the today's session, from the perspective of today's session, what exactly we're trying to make a point here is like I'm trying to make So we're trying to make the installations. So there are something called RPA UiPath, so you can download and install from anywhere. So this is for the UiPath installation. If you need this, you can copy the link and you can click on the link. So you'll be retransformed to, how to install RPA. So you'll be getting a very good notes on how to install RPA. So this is a trial version. You can do it from internet, but from the experience, like I just don't suggest you to download from the internet. So what am I trying to do is I'm going to put this one in our timeline. So everybody try to click on the Teams. Try to click on the Teams, and in the Teams you will find something called the installation of UiPath Studio setup. Can you guys notice this? Can you guys notice this? Yeah. Can everybody please try to download this? It will be comfortable for me.
Not audible, sir.
Hello. Yeah, can you download this? Can you download this? Everybody, please, can you identify the download? The link. I'll try to put that one in the chat box already. So please try to download this, everyone. So I expect everybody to download this, and please report me whether you have downloaded it or not, so that I can come to any one of the screen and try to install in your screen, so that the rest of the people can see. So please try to download this immediately, so we can make the things better. So we can start practicing today itself, in the session itself. Please try to download this, everyone.
Sir, I'm getting UiPath Studio Setup.zip. So how to open this? It should be opened with Cloud Convert.
Ma'am, you just need to download that first. Download that one into your desktop, and then extract it.
Okay.
So you can see a file there, exe file. You can simply install that.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, if anyone is really comfortable with the thing, so that I can come to any one of your screen and see the access. Else, if you don't, if you're not comfortable, I'll try to make it happen. So I'll try to download into my screen. So it will be downloaded. I'll try to download that one into my desktop. So it's a 275 MB file. So please try to download that. It's going to take a couple of minutes time. So So this is what you guys are going to get, UiPath Studio setup. So all you need to do is like, I just need to open the file, the exe file. So it will be redirected to UiPath console.
Mahesh sir,
Sir,
so it's asking about the license.
okay. What kind of license you're expecting, sir? I was giving like a
Add
free trial
license key
version.
or acquire license key. It is having showing the two buttons.
I didn't get it. Can you make it again?
Add license key,
Okay. You don't need an
acquire
add license.
license key.
No, you don't need an add license key. Wait a minute. I'll try to show it to you.
Okay.
So this is what you got, right? So this is what you got. You'll be automatically redirected into one particular process. When you try to double click on it and install this, you'll be redirected to a console. So this is what you're going to get. Do you experience the same thing? Sir, it's already licensed. It's already licensed one. You might be getting. Guest number 293. Guest, guest number 293. So once you download this, you'll be redirected automatically. You don't ask for any license or anything because this is already pro community edition. So you are not forced to do anything here. So once you double click on the exe file, you'll be redirected automatically. Anybody else has got the same kind of issue or only 293?
Hello.
I also got.
I'm also getting the same window where it is asking for add license key or acquire license key.
You don't
Hello.
need an extra license. Okay. So you've been asking.
Should I
Yeah,
share the screen with you so that I think that control is not with me.
Can you do one thing? Can you take a screenshot and put me in the chat box?
Yeah, sure. इसको कैसे डालूं? Hello.
Yeah, I'm
Sir,
seeing it now.
I have messaged. हाँ जी. Okay.
You try to click on the first one, community license. Just go for the first click.
Add license key on license key.
No license key required. Community license. Click on community license.
No, I don't have this window. I have got only two: add license key or acquire license key. I have personally messaged you.
No. I'm seeing it. You can see my screen. So there is something called community license start free. There is something called start free.
Actually, I'm not getting this community license. I'm getting only two options: license key and acquire license key. I have messaged you on your personal. You just.
Yeah, please try to see my screen. So funny is also the. Please try to watch my screen. Guest number 345. Please try to watch my screen. So this is what you guys got. Like 3 options will be there. You just need to click the first one, first option. Guest number 345.
I'm not getting this first option. I'm just getting two options: add license key and acquire license key.
Okay, just hold for a second.
Ma'am, I also got the same screen. Just I have closed the screen and opened the once again the tab. Is going to show the three options again.
Don't worry, I'll come to one of your screens and I'll try to. Test number 345.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to come to your screen.
Okay.
Guest number 345. Can you ask for the request access? Can you ask for the request access? Okay, I'll do it as a presenter. Yeah. Ma'am, can you accept the access? Guest number 345.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you allow me, I can come to your screen.
I have requested for control, sir.
No, you got the control. My point is, I
Okay.
asked you for the control.
Okay.
So for me, after clicking that tab, free community license, I'm getting UiPath Studio Pro community.
Yeah, that is,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
getting
that is
that.
the one. Yeah, that is the one.
Which one to click, sir? There are two things: UiPath Studio Pro community, UiPath Studio X community.
Pro community, the first one.
First one. So if I click on that, I get choose an update channel. I am getting one tab preview and I am getting a tab stable.
That is the reason, ma'am. Please try to give the control of your screen. I made you as a presenter.
No,
मैंने control दिया आपको उस पे
sir,
click
I am just 580.
Oh, you are from 580. Okay. You are from 580. Okay. Can I just go for guest 345 and come back to you? Just give me a moment. I'll go to 345 and come back to you. Guest 580.
Sir, I'm not getting the option. Where I'll get the option?
Can you
Wait a
I'm
minute.
345.
Yeah, 345. I'm going to come to your screen. I already made you as a presenter.
Okay.
So
अभी आएगा वो तो आएगा यहाँ पे ऑप्शन आएगा यहाँ पे पूछेगा आपसे
So make a presenter. I made you as a presenter. Can you show me your screen now? Click on your screen. There is a button called strip here. So here you need to click on the screen. Yes, 345. There is something called screen share. If you can screen share yours.
Okay. So can you see? I've shared it. Paint.
No, I think you have updated that. Can you show me the file you have downloaded?
Yes, sir.
That is the one I shared. Okay. Please try to download that. Can you show me the zip file?
Sir, I've downloaded it.
And can I see the zip file?
Yes, sir. Yes. So this is the setup file which I have downloaded.
Okay.
And if running this, then I got that two screen window.
There is a lot of disturbance coming from your speakers now. Yeah, can I know what's the status? 345.
So this is what meaning when I've clicked on this, the window share, then it is showing this UI path with the blue window and the wait, this one, like this.
Yeah, of course. This is fine.
But after that, I was getting the two windows only, not the community license.
No, ma'am. It's like a just two-step combination. I'm talking about just a two-step combination.
Hmm.
There is a lot of difference coming from your end. Okay, anyways, what I'll
It's
try
not
to do
from
is
my end, sir. Mm-hmm.
I'll go to my screen. So,
Okay.
ma'am, can you
Hello.
quickly please be on mute? I'll try
Hello.
to show it. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. After downloading zip file, she needs to extract it. Without extracting, we will getting
Yeah,
that
yeah.
file. What are the matter, ma'am? I'm showing.
No. I think she has extracted that. That's an exe file I can see there. I think she has extracted that.
No, sir. After extracting, we'll be getting around 281 936 KB of file.
Now I got the three windows, sir. Now I got it. Community
Now you got it.
license, app
Yeah.
license. Yeah. So, meaning I have to go to community license.
The free one, the first one. Okay.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Anyways, this is a pretty simple software to work on. So when I try to see, this is my screen. So when I try to double click on this, there is an exe file. Yeah, this is what the other guest was trying to say. It was like maximized to the big size around like 281 926 KB. So once you have entered into this, once you have extracted and entered into the exe file, it will directly take you to the screen where you need to work on. Okay. Please, everybody, please be on mute. So I can continue the rest of the class. Thanks. Guest number 776. Okay. So once you're done with this, when you try to click on this, it automatically takes you to a three-step combination window where you can directly work on the content. So let me wait and show it to you. So I'll try to show it from my screen. So to the Studio app you're going to get. So once you are done with the installation, you'll be automatically redirected to one of the process, and this is the app you guys are going to get. So this would be the edition where you guys are going to get. Okay. So just tell me whether you guys are already in this. Please try to tell me that you guys are
Yes,
already
sir.
in this.
Yes, sir. We are with the same window.
Everyone, whoever tried to install it. So first, what I'll try to do is like I'll try to take you to a process. So on the right corner, you can see something called process. On the right corner, everybody can see a process. So double click on the process and say simply like, please be on mute. Yeah, somebody is saying something. Yeah, guest number 143. Guest number 43. You have any concern?
Yes, sir. My window is looking like that. Choose an update channel.
Yes.
preview or where are
I think your voice is breaking. Guest number 43. Your voice is breaking. Can you make it clear?
hello,
Or else you can put that one in the chat box. Yeah. Guest number 43. Your voice is breaking, or else you can put that one in the chat box so that I can suggest you better.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Is it
Guest number 197 was speaking, or 43?
43,
Not
sir?
much.
Number 43.
Guest number 43. Yeah, 43. I can't hear you properly. Can you put that one in the chat box? What kind of issue you are getting? Guest number 43. Okay, anyways, first I'll try to show it to you so that you can understand. So we'll plan according to the practice session. Based on that, I think we can get back our things. So on the right side corner, you need to click on the process and create a project. So this is your first project. So create that one as a day one or something. And I'll try to take you to the process. So this is where you guys are assigned to get into. This is where you guys will be there. On the left corner, you can see on the underlying stage, there is something called activities. Click on activities. First, let me show you the program so that after that you can practice. Just watch my things, what I'm actually trying to do. On the left corner, I try to click on something called activities. Here, I'm trying to go for new sequence. So this is called sequence. Why we always look at this here? So I just wanted to show you a few things before I start. There is something called recording. So that robot is trying to record whatever you guys are trying to do now. And at the same time, there is something called screen scraping, data scraping. We're going to see that one tomorrow. There is something called user events. When I need to click enter, when I need to give spaces and everything. Everything the robot was trying to understand what exactly you're trying to do. And there are a few other options we're going to see a bit late. Okay. So let me create a new sequence, because it's a sequence of steps. It's a series of steps. So first I'll try to go with the Hello World program where everybody is really comfortable in terms of like Hello World program. And this is where I'm going to create, just a minute. Okay. So Hello World, I'm trying to put some 22 or number because they're already there in Hello World. So I'm going to create something called a sequence called Hello World. Now look at here, look at my screen. Just watch my screen for next 5 minutes. You'll be literally understanding what's going to happen in your screens too. So this is Hello World program. So how do you actually try to project Hello World program? So in general programming languages, how we exactly try to do? Let me show you in the whiteboard. So in the general programming languages, you will be entering into your main program and all the things you're coming with printf or system.out.println or something. You try to get something between the quotes. So that's how you try to make. So anything between the quotes is going to project you something. So that is what we have already learned in the programming languages. So the programming languages where you have something called a main, which is going to process whatever the things happening here. It can be your printf statement, it can be your system.out.println or whatever the thing. So the same thing, what exactly we're trying to do in this robot as well, the same particular process. So first, hello 22. I'm trying to put a dialogue. So there is something called input dialog. So I'm going to paste it here, input dialog. So the dialog box always need to have something called details. I just try to put something called details here. And everything, whatever you're trying to set up, that should be under quotes. That should be under course. So I put something called details. And then here I'm trying to put something called enter your statement. I'm trying to put something called enter your statement. Look at here, it's a dialog box. I drag and drop. There is no programming here. There is no programming. I simply dragged and dropped the input dialog. I just put something called details and I just put something called enter your statement. Enter your statement. So hope everybody is following. Just watch my screen for the next 5 minutes. So there will be one more co-partner for me. So whenever you got any issues or the things, the co-partner can reply back in the chat box as well. So it comes with GS. So it's not a guest, it's a GS account. So he will reply few questions.
Sorry to disturb you. Can you please tell again how to get this input dialog?
Yeah, just a minute. I'm trying to delete this again. Here, ma'am. I already told you there is something called project. There is something called activities. Look at the underlying layer of your robotic console. Underlying layer, there is something called activities. Activities. Got it?
Yes,
From the activities, you simply type input dialog. Got it? You double click that. It automatically comes up here. Else, you can drag and drop. Look at this input dialog. You get it here. Got it, ma'am? Guest number.
Yes, sir. I'm trying. Wait. Yeah, I've got it.
Guest number 345.
Yes, sir. I've got it.
Yeah. Guest number 345. Just wait for a second. Let me do the process, and I can find you again. I can do it again. Okay?
Yeah.
So just watch my.
Sure. Okay.
So here, input dialog. I'm trying to put something called details. And here I'm trying to put like enter your statement. Also. Now what am I trying to do is I'm going to do a message box here. Message. So there is something called message box. So I'll drag and drop this guy also here. So message box. So what are the things in the message box is going to do? Now look at this particular thing. What this character need to go into the message box. This character need to go into the message box. So for that, what am I trying to do is I'll click on this. I'll click on input dialog. Look at here the result. Go here and click on Control K. Control K. I repeat. Click on here. There are two-step combination. Click here. Go to result. Control K. Output sender. Something like that. I give some variable name. I'll give some variable name. Output sender. Now come here. Inside the quotes. Welcome to output sender. Just watch it here. I'm going to pass a variable from here to here. So now let me execute the program. Let the robot to start doing the program. Yeah, enter your statement. So this is a dialog box, right? This is a dialog block. Enter your statement. Now the robot is trying to ask you like, enter your statement. Now I'm trying to put FTP on RPA. So when I try to click on here, that is it. You got a message box saying like, welcome to FTP on RPA. That's all. So what happened here? So I have typed down some information under the quotes of welcome to, but plus the variable. What is the variable? Variable was passing from here to here. From the dialog box, look at here, I'm trying to take you to my whiteboard again. So the dialog box takes the variable of X. In the X, I'm trying to save something called 10, kind of it. Now, what is your message box trying to do? Enter your X. That's all. You will be resulting as 10 in the message box. That's all. It's a pretty simple thing. You're trying to set up a variable here and you're passing here with a plus. So automatically you will be resulted with 10 in the message box. So this is it. This is a kind of hello world program. So it's a quick start. So I'll try to do it one more time because this is the first time. So everybody might have been in a confused thing. So I'll try to do it one more time. So let me take you to the UI path. I'm going to delete this. So input dialog, I'm going to drag and drop here. So I'm trying to put something called details and your statement, whatever the statement you wanted to do. Then I'm trying to drag and drop message box from here to here. So look at this. It seems like a flow chart. There is no programming here. So when you try to click on here and go to the result, Control K, go to the result and set up a variable. Control K, and you're trying to set up something called send this guy to. I put some biggest name here, send this guy to. And here I'm trying to put simply send this guy to, something like that. I'm not actually welcoming this time. I just cut off the statements. So when I try to go with the play button, so enter your statement. Hey guys, I'll click OK. There it is. The message box trying to show you like, hey guys. Okay. Can everyone make a couple of minutes and try to practice this? If you could, that would be sounds better, right? Please try to give it a practice. All the guests in the session, please try to give it a practice. Thanks. So you can see my screen and you can give a basic practice of Hello World so that you'll be more comfortable in doing the program.
Can you please tell the output part once again, where you have done the Control K and
here in the input dialog, you need to click on the input dialog. You can see the blue fetching point. Then on the right corner of your properties, you can see something called output, and there is something called result. Here, you need to go for Control K. Okay. On the result, click on the result and click on Control K.
result, Control K. Okay.
Yeah. And give something.
Okay.
Please try to report anybody's having any issues. Please try to report it so that I can come to your screen and fix the problem, or else I can explain it again. It's a pretty simple window output key, so it's the easiest way of all doing way. So please try to make it up again. If you're comfortable, I can move on to the next example. So at least we need to do like 3 different programs today. Guest number 246. Yeah, you can unmute yourself and then talk to me. You can unmute yourself and talk.
I'm able to do it, sir. I have done it. I'm 345. I'm able to do it. Thank you.
246. Guest number 246. Guest number 246. You raised your hand. Guest number 246. If you want any questions, like guest number 246, if you want, I can help you out. Else I can move on to the next program. So if it is comfortable, like I can move on to the next program. Guest number 2. Guest number 2, you have raised your things. Can you unmute yourself and talk to me?
It's not happening for me. I have pressed the Control K also.
Can I come to your screen?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, guest number 2. You can show your screen.
Shared user.
Yeah, you can share your screen. Okay. So the input dialog was empty. Guest number 2.
Yes, sir.
The input dialog was empty. Can you delete that input dialog actually? Click on it. Just simply click on delete. I think the sequence is also having an issue. Let me check that. Yeah, click on it and delete. Yeah, simply you can use the delete button in your keyboard. Yeah. Go to the new and add sequence. Yeah. Give some name. Yeah. Okay. Now drag and drop input dialog. There is a input dialog, right? On the recent. You can drag and drop that one to your welcome. Yeah. Drag that one and keep that one. I mean, just throw that one in your welcome board. Welcome sequence. Yes, of course. Now you can do it, right? So in the title, you can put double quotes and do some details. Put a double quote. Double quote.
In the double quote only I given the welcome.
Yeah, okay. Okay, the screen was a bit late for me, so that is the reason I was actually looking at.
Okay.
And the label, you can give the label as well. The label for the content, yeah. That is also in the double quotes, please. Yeah. Now throw the message box. Absolutely. Now click on top of your input dialog. No. Don't type anything. Just delete that. Just delete that. Message box, we always need to pass the variable. Just delete that. Yeah. Click on input dialog.
Yes, sir.
No. Click on input dialog. Yeah. Now on the right side corner, you see something called result. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go to the result. Yeah. Control K.
Yes.
Control K.
Yes, I given.
K. K for knowledge. Control K.
Yes, sir. Set variables I'm asking.
Yeah. Just give X. X as a variable. X. That's all. Yeah. Now come to the message box and type X. Yeah, that's all. Save it. Control S. Save it and run the program.
Control S, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's all. So save the program and run it. The play button. Yeah. Type something here. Keep your name or something and click OK. So you'll be done.
Okay, got it, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So can you be on mute? Thank you. Guest number 2. Guest number 2, can you be on mute? Yeah, thanks. So this is a pretty simple, right? So you don't need to write a programming stuff. You don't need to worry about the brackets and all that stuff. So it's a pretty simple way of understanding. So robots can do it a better job. So now let me delete the stuff and let us do one more simple program. A simple sequence saying like, okay, we'll start this. We'll do an addition of 2 numbers. Okay. So let me put the assign. So how do we actually try to do addition of 2 numbers? So x equal to 2, y equal to 4, and you're trying to make x plus y. So this is how you try to do, or else you try to take z equal to x plus y, something like that. So you're trying to assign 2 as a variable and giving that one to x, assigning 4 as a value and assigning to y, and z equal to x plus y. So this is how we try to get the result of x. So there is a sequence of process. So let us train the robot also to understand the additions need to be done with a variable and a value, variable and a value, and a variable and ultimately a value. So this is how we're trying to do. So let us make the same thing understand by the robot as well. So first assign. So what am I trying to do is I need to assign a variable, right? On the underneath layer, you try to say something called variable. Now click on this. I repeat, there is something called variables on the underlying scale. There is something called variables. I click on this. So first I'll try to make so click on variables, you'll be getting this. So click on assign. Now create a variable. I'm trying to put x. So x need to be int, right? So I'll try to put int. So it's an integer, not a value. So string value. Now the second one is something called y. So this is also I'm trying to put something called integer. Okay, so I'm done with 2 things. So now x, I'll try to put a value of 20. Now done. Now I'll assign assign. The name itself is called assign. When you try to put assign, you will get this. Now again, I'll try to drag and drop the second guy. I'll try to put y. I'll try to put a number called 10. Right? I'm done with this. Now, of course, we need to see the result, right? Printf statement. Printf. So when I wanted to print it out, so I need a message box. I simply try to type x plus y. That's all. I'm done with the content. So when I try to play this button, yeah, the value is 30. If you wanted to make it, make it much more comfortable, then you can put something called the sum of the digits are. I don't want it to mix up these 2 guys, so that is the reason I was. So I'm simply putting like x plus y. I'll try to show you one more way. So this is how you get like x plus y equal to 30. So that's it. 20 plus 10 equal to 30. So this is another quick example. So if you guys can do this, like that would be much more comfortable. I'll try to show the other way as well. Now let me put assign 3. Assign 3, and I'm going to create a variable here, z. This is also the int value. Here I'm trying to put x plus y. Equal to x plus y. That's all. Now the message box gonna come. Output is plus z. come this way, but anyway. The message box is not accepting. So anyways, like we'll be getting the 30 the same value. So there are like plenty of ways you can come up with, and you can see the program to be executed. So you can check on some of the values as well. So you can directly done with the assign, or you can directly done with the message box as well. Hope you guys got this. So can you give it a practice as well? This one as well. So make a practice of this one as well. So you'll be much more comfortable. So, and then before leaving, can you give it a practice right away, so that I can do some more. Yes, number 296. Please be on mute. 293, I hope so. Okay, guys, if you're done with this, I can show you one more example, and we'll talk about like the practice sessions in the afternoon. If you're done with this, we can do a practice session in the afternoon. Yeah. Try to delete this, guys. And we'll do one more activity. Right now, I'm going to show you something called, let me show you. And try to pick up something. So this is a picture. You can say this is a picture. And I just wanted to take the information from the picture. Watch it here. So I think everybody here already do know about something called now we'll try to do something on. I think everybody here do know about OCR. So if somebody doesn't know about the OCR, I'll give a quick introduction on OCR. So this is something called optical character recognition. What the thing is, like, look at here. So the optical character recognition, it is going to, fetch all the characters which looks like in English and everything, and which is going to try to take down the information from it. So that's called optical character recognition. So how exactly it's going to fetch? So I'll try to show you a quick example if I can find it. Paraji, please be on mute. So there is something called optical character recognition. So OCR, fetching, breaking letters. I try to put something called breaking letters. So for example, I didn't find much examples from the Google also. So, okay, look at this. There is something called 2408, right? So this is something called breakup data. But still, if you are having OCR data, OCR recognition, so you can automatically get this might be 2, this might be 4, and this might be O, and this might be 8. So this particular tool has been introduced by Google initially. It's called Tesseract OCR from Google. So this is from Tesseract OCR. This particular software is from the Google. So Google always try to get the data, though the data has been broken, though the letters has been broken. So OCR can predict this might be the letter of A, this might be the letter of B, something like that. So what am I trying to do is, in this particular experiment, what am I trying to do is, I have opened a file. So this doesn't look like, because from the manual perspective, we can understand this is something called turnip. But logically, if the system was trying to understand, T and U was actually communicating each other. And look at this, U and P was already so much closer to each other, we cannot identify that is a turnip. So it can't understand. So what am I trying to do is, I'll try to use a software called GetOCR. And I'll try to drag and drop it here. So then I'll go with indicate on screen. I'll click on this. Wait a minute. Get OCR text. So indicate on screen. Now look at here. I'm trying to get this data. Turn on. Now it's got it. Now go to the Tesseract OCR, change some settings. I want the language in English. So the format is something called ENG, and whatever you see on the screen. So I'm trying to set up something on the legacy or scan or legacy or screen. So I try to set up something called screen. And I'm trying to put scaling as 2. So you won't understand why I'm trying to do this, but I'm trying to put a message box here. So obviously, when you click here, the message box need to get something. So Control K, variable, OPT. So I'm trying to set up called OPT 234, some number. And in the message box, I'm trying to put something called OPT 234. That's all. So what I have done, I took a wallpaper and I asked OCR to do the job, get the information, and put that one in my message box. So when I try to play this, it automatically goes to my, so I'm not touching anything. So it was already doing by my robot. I'm not using my mouse as well. Look at my mouse control. So the mouse was set up somewhere else, and the OCR itself is doing the job, and you got the output. You got the output. Turn on. I didn't do anything. So I asked my robot to do the job. Look at here. Just watch my mouse. Just watch my mouse. I try to click play. That's all. I'm just leaving my mouse. And it automatically goes to the wallpaper. It analyzes the data. And it comes with an output. Hope you guys got my point, right? So any questions on the session? Any questions on the session? So we've done 3 examples today. One is a Hello World program, and the second one is based on assigning. So basic addition. And the third one is something called Get OCR. So the robot itself goes to the wallpaper and understand the definition of the wallpaper and get back the result. Let me show you what are the settings I have done inside the Tesseract OCR. Look at this. These are the settings I have done. I changed the language into English, and the profile I asked it to go for the screen and get it. And the scaling I kept like 2, 1. That's up to you. You can set up anything. And the variable, whatever you got in the variable, you're going to put that variable in a message box. So the variable has got the turn up information. Turn up information is there in the message box. So that's all. So this is my settings. Hope everybody got this. Now it's time for the questionnaire. So everybody can unmute yourself and talk to me. The session is over for day 2. Everybody can unmute yourself and talk to me if you need any questions or any answers or something. So the session is completed. If you want, you can ask me. You can unmute and you can ask me.
No, sir, thank you. As of today, meaning whatever you have discussed, that is very much clear to us. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guest number 345. I think you can practice that one. And if you need an extra session, you can ask me in the group or timeline. So
Right.
we can
Right. Okay. Okay, sir. So can we analyze, like you have done the example of this turnip? Suppose I have some handwritten page and a PDF of it. Can we, meaning analyze that also?
let
Is
me
it
show you.
possible?
Let me show you another example. There is something called screen scraping on the top corner. Monitor screen scraping. So click on that, and let me take you to any wallpapers here. Okay, there is something here. It's already doing its job. Look at this.
Okay.
So it was pretty faster actually. Let me click on screen scraping one more time, and I've seen something. The robot is already processing. Look at this. It's already got the data.
Okay.
So there is something called full text, native text, and there is something called OCR. You can use anything.
Okay. This is scraping, screen scraping. Okay.
Scraping. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do plenty of things on this, man. There is like a lot of experiments in the world. So you can do a lot of things with this. Yeah. You just need to train the robot. So once I've done the screen scraping, look at here. When I try to finish it, so look at my robot.
Right.
My robot is already doing all the process. I didn't touch anything here. I didn't touch anything. So once I asked it to screen scrape, the robot itself is doing all the job.
Right.
It was keep on fetching the data. It was keep on writing the data and doing all the stuff and everything. So that is the easiest process. I don't
Can
want
you
to teach
share
that.
some tutorial on the basic programs, like if we have some written material so that we can practice?
I already shared that one through the zip file. So you might already received the mail.
Through mail. Okay, I'll see. I have not received. I'll see that.
Yesterday you might have received a mail. Let me show you the mail status. This is Usharama FDP on RPA. Yesterday, download FDP notes.
Okay.
There is something
Okay,
called FDP notes. You already received the mail. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. If anybody is having any questions, you can ask me.
So what about today's attendance?
Today's attendance, we're actually working on, I mean, there are a lot of people that actually addressed about the attendance and issues. So we just hold it back. We recorded the screen. We already recorded the screen. Let us take the tough job. So one of our apprentices is going to take who are actually presented by itself. We recorded the session. We'll take the attendance by ourselves. You don't need to worry about it.
Sir, yesterday I did not receive any mail of the day one.
Same here, sir. I have also not received. I was just checking my mail ID. Even I have not received.
No, ma'am. We have sent for all the 800 participants who was there in the mail. You might check in the spam as well. Please try to check in the spam. There might be in the spam as well because it's a mass sending, right? So sometimes Google, the Gmail might have put that one in the spam. Please check in the spam.
Okay.
It might be Usharama official, or it might be Usharama FDP, or it might be surya@usharama.in. So any of these three mails, one of the mail might have already been there in your spam. Yeah. Guest number.
No, sir. It means it's not
received, sir. Even I have not received, sir.
Okay.
3:45.
Surya?
Yesterday you sent in group only, sir.
We'll try to send it again. Or else we'll try to. Anyways, you guys are already there in the Teams app. So when you try to click on the Teams app, you can see the post. We'll upload everything here. You can download it again. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
I'll try to put the links as well, so you can download all the stuff. So any other questions? Any other questions related to the content? I expect guests. If you are having any questions, you can ask me. Else, we can leave from the session.
So tomorrow timings would be same, meaning from 10:30.
10:30 to
Okay,
12
sir.
or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So do we have any practice session afternoon, like 3 to 4?
Actually, we're actually planning that one. Like, we just want the respondents to the guests to be addressing back. If you can put your requisition in the Teams app, post line in the timeline, you can ask like, we need a practice session that I can arrange a class in. So something like that. You keep posting or something like this. So you can post it. So at least reply to this. I already gave we need a practice session. Please try to reply to this. So if you can reply, I will surely arrange for it.
Otherwise, we can meet tomorrow 10:30.
Else we can meet on 10:30. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the end of the session. The session is ended. 529, guest number 529. So you have any questions, please?
Thank you so much, sir.
So if everybody is done, so we can leave from the session. Thank you. All the participants, the session is over. Guest number 246. If you have any concerns, please unmute yourself.
Sir, where this one will be stored, sir? I have closed the application, but I am unable to locate this software.
The team software.
Yeah, UI, sir.
UI part. Okay,
yes, sir.
Go to your press button and something called type UI path. You will be redirected to URIIC Studio because you are already installed now, right?
Yes, sir.
Installed. If you double click this, you will get back to the same session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So guest number 246. If you are having any questions, please try to report. Thanks. So the session is ended. If you can leave, you can leave from the session. Thank you.